Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is Sat TV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Michael Becker of ND SatCom. Michael, thanks for joining us. It's a very competitive market.
Oh yes, it is.
How do you keep ahead of your competitors and what solutions are you delivering to them?
You know, for ND SatCom we are normally and more into like 80% of our pitches like in the more governmental sector. And in the governmental sector we have very unique value propositions for our customers and things that our customers like about our technology.
Now, you mentioned the government sector.
Yeah.
What particular regions of the world are you operating with government?
Of course we have a very strong home base because we are from Germany, so German Armed Forces is one of our prime customers, but also other European armies like from the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden. But also we bring this worldwide, and actually we are a very small company, as you know, but we are really operating, we have networks in 120 countries all over the world, so we are really global.
Are the systems you're delivering to the government sector any different from the ones you're delivering to other sectors?
Yeah, they are somehow different because they have some specifics, like encryption is very often a thing, or comms on the move is also a specific thing. Even this goes also into the commercial sector right now, where we just won recently a project in Africa. But normally it is more in our field that we do for the government. So we have this mixture of land, mobile, maritime, so for our kind of clientele.
Now, security, you mentioned encryption.
Yeah.
It's a big thing at the moment. Have we really cracked this, or are we still going to have issues going forward?
Encryption is a thing, you know what my customers actually tell me is that they want to have at least a leeway of, let's say, 3 to 6 days until the others can decrypt it. So that is the kind of the security that they're actually looking at. So they want to be ahead for a couple of days until somebody else can see what they're really doing.
Now, one of your major platforms is the Skyline platform.
Yeah.
How's that progressing? I mean, it's very popular, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we are having a niche product which is indeed very popular because it is very different to the other systems. So we have our full mesh, and we have now also a program where the customer requests every single modem to be capable of being a hub or a backup master station. So that is very unique, and I don't see any other systems in the market that can do that kind of, or have that kind of capabilities, because our system is, as you know, different in that way that our hub and our remote is the same technical platform. So it is just by choice of software if you make it a remote, a master station, or even a backup.
So that makes it very easy to evolve and develop over the time, suited to the customer's requirements.
Yeah, that is one of the things that is easier for us, and especially we are very strong, let's say, in the kind of smaller networks, because our hardware platform, because of its being equal from master to remote, has of course a different price tag than the $300. So we are a bit more on the pricey side, but normally our customer clientele, they're having networks, if they're big, they're like going to 200. So we are not talking about the 1,000 site network or the 5,000 site network. That is not our pitch, that is not our market really, even though we have the one or other network that has meanwhile over 1,000 units. And we have also customers, they are still expanding on our platforms that we delivered, I think, in 2003. So we are also very famous for having solutions very long time in the customer, and this kind of clientele is also asking for 10 to 15 years of operational lifetime of systems, and that is something we can also support.
So looking forward, what are the plans for the future for ND SatCom?
I mean, at the moment we're having like 2 modem lines, like the very high-end 7000 that has WGS, FIPS, so that has all these very specific features for the governmental sector, and we have a bit lower-end platform in the 5G, which has on the other side also unique features as it combines DVB, which the 7000 does not have, but it's also only IP. So while the 7000 still has its older legacy protocols, which also some of our customers still need, because, you know, in the IT world, not every entity is able to be ahead of the time at all times, so they have to incorporate some old equipment with some new equipment. So there we feature more the 7000 because this modem is capable to do that, to combine both worlds. And the 5G will be over the time now also developed into another more even governmental modem, so featuring especially features for that kind of sector. but that coming is now in the next 1 to 3 years.
You mentioned governmental again.
Yeah.
How big a part of the business is that for ND SatCom?
That is at the moment, I would say, around 80%. But what we're also realizing with the 5G, because it has a very different price point compared to our few prior modem technologies, that the commercial sector got very interested in. So we have, for instance, a lot of requests like smaller networks, like a bank with 7 sites, a drilling company, they have 10 sites. We have a small enterprise with 4 sites. So because they like this rooftop to rooftop, and our slogan, actually private satellite clouds, is a slogan from our customers who said, whoa, I'm having my own private satellite cloud now. I mean, he is only a master in 3 remotes for his factories, but it is also, you know, this kind of companies, it is sensitive, the information they exchange. They are afraid, you know, they are hacking things all the time. Like we had this ransom software like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So we're also in Germany, you know, all the German railway was stuck for hours. So people start also in that kind of sector think of commercial solutions in the price range. And because we are coming from this government defense, they think we are a very good fit because we have the experience to bring that kind of know-how, knowledge and technology also to the enterprise customers.
Michael, thank you very much.
You're so welcome.